Every Thursday at Port Huron Northern, Youth for Christ, or YFC core group, meets during all three lunch periods in room 102. During these periods, students meet and connect with one another through discussion about Christ. They also talk about books of the Bible, struggles they may be having, and everyday life and how Christ fits into it. I got to talk to co-leader Joel Higginbotham about YFC.
Youth for Christ is about going into local schools and connecting with students where they are throughout the week to provide another place where we can talk about Christ as Christians. Specifically here at Port Huron Northern, we have what's called Core Group, and that's for looking for those core students who are in youth groups in churches already so that they can have another place where they can come together, talk about God, and what it means for their everyday life. The goal of Youth for Christ is to have every student praying for 5 other friends who are not Christians. And in the process of praying for those, the goal is to have the name of Christ spread throughout the school. Whether they come to Youth for Christ or not, that's not the goal. The goal is to get them to know who Jesus is and to be connected with a local church somewhere. When I was in 7th grade, I got connected with the Youth for Christ group in my middle school, and that was probably the first time I had seen Christians interacting with each other in a school besides just a couple friends I had. And so it was really cool to see the larger grouping of Christians. That's how I started meeting some of my close friends throughout high school, is through a Youth for Christ group that was going on in my middle school. And so for me, it means a lot to have had that background and to know that you're not always going to connect with every Christian in a school, but this provides a place where you can meet others who are also following Christ in their day-to-day life and how that plays into the rest of the week. I like the way it focuses on student-led mentality. This isn't a possibility if it was people coming in teaching about God. It is a student-led movement. We can't be here unless there is students who are willing to be there every single week and to pour into the group themselves. And so we're always looking for the next student leaders and for the current student leaders to show in their own lives and in their own conversations who God is to them. It's in the way that students are the leaders of the group that we're able to have such a great group here in the school.
Youth for Christ meets every Thursday during all three lunch periods.